My name is Carol Mitchell and I'm with Caribbean Reads. I'm an author and today I'm going to read to you from one of my books called Seascapes. I really hope you enjoy it. So Seascapes is a collection of 3 stories about animals living in the sea. Unusual creatures with unusual features, and I was watching a series of documentaries a few years ago and learned about these animals and thought they were so fascinating and such interesting creatures that I wrote stories about them. Stories about how they may behave in friendships, the issues that they may have, and just fun stories to entertain you, and they entertain me as well. The books are illustrated by Vanessa Sudin, who's an author. She's from Trinidad, and she did a beautiful job looking at my stories and then translating them into the pictures that she came up with. So, as I mentioned, there are 3 stories in the book, and they are set in different parts of the world. There's one that's set in the Caribbean, and that's the one that I'm going to read to you today. It's called An Unwelcome Customer. And here's a little bit of background about it, which is also included in the book. Fish spend their lives in water, but they still get dirty. Marine cleaning stations are a fascinating example of cooperation among sea creatures that would be enemies anywhere else. Shrimp and gobies, that's a type of fish, get their food by cleaning parasites from the skin and inside the mouths of other fish, turtles, hippos, and other animals. Meet Sam, a goby, with a big problem. Deep in the warm waters of the Caribbean Sea, in the midst of the glory of a coral reef, Sam the goby was scared. He had come upon this reef years ago as a tiny fry, looking for a home after his parents were caught and his old home destroyed. There was hardly anything on the reef at the time, but he had nowhere else to go. He had found a crevice and called it home. As time passed, the coral grew and more fish came to live on the reef. Sam built a life, and now it was in danger. Sam decided to share his problem with his best friend, Freddie, a sea sponge. He was the first creature Sam met when he came to live at the reef, and they had been firm friends since. Sam swam over to where Freddie lived, and you can see in the picture perhaps, this is Sam the goby here, and you can see he has a little shell in his mouth, and this is the sea sponge, Freddie. You see his eyes there, and this is Freddie. Freddie, are you awake? What's going on? The sponge woke out of a deep sleep. Am I late? Is it morning? What's going on? You're not late, Freddie, Sam replied. I haven't opened the station yet, but look at this. We have a new customer. Sam had been holding a shell in his mouth. He pushed it to Freddie. A new customer? Great news! Fantastic job, Sam. We can always take on a new... What? Wait, what? Oh no, we can't clean her. We'll have to close down, pretend we're on vacation, a hiatus, or hibernation. Do fish hibernate? Oh dear, we're ruined. Sam nodded. We'll have to think of something. A shark in the cleaning station, even the calmest shark, will not be good for business. Of course we have to do something. Can we just say no? Can you say no to a shark? Has anyone said no to a shark and survived? Freddie's voice grew louder with each question. Oh dear, we're ruined. It'll take us months to recover. Sam swam off to prepare for the day's work, leaving Freddie behind to mourn. He looked at the list of the clients for the day. Apart from the shark, there was nothing unusual. A family of grouper, a few snapper, and 25 jacks. The jacks seemed to always be getting into mischief that left them covered in parasites, inside and out. One by one, Sam's employees came trickling in. There were several of the gobies who helped with the cleaning, and Freddie, who gave the fish a sweep with his gray-green tubes after the gobies had picked them clean of bugs. They were all talking about the shark as they waited for their first customers. "Well, I'm not cleaning any sharks," one goby announced. "I'm sure there's something in my contract that says I don't touch dangerous animals." The others echoed his fears. Sam came in and heard them talking. "We will not turn a customer down because of who she is. It's my business. I'll clean the shark. Come on, guys. Our customers are here. Let's get to work." The group of family came in first. Mother, father, and 3 small fry. They swam in with their heads on the side and their mouths opened. This was their way of letting the gobies know they were not planning to eat them. Sam divided them up among his employees. He set to work on the youngest fry. He picked bugs and dead skin off of the fish's body, then swam into its mouth to finish his cleaning. All of a sudden, Sam found himself in the dark. He turned around frantically and realized the child had closed his mouth, trapping Sam inside. He thought quickly, "Silly fry, I can escape through your gills." But when he swam to the gills, they were closed. The little fish was holding his water, just as humans hold their breath. Just what I needed today, Sam thought, a comedian. Sam swam upwards and brushed his fins back and forth against the roof of the fish's mouth. The fish began to shake with laughter. Inside, Sam felt as if he was caught in a tidal wave. The fish laughed so hard he lost control and let out the water he was holding in through his gills. Sam flew out of the water in a great rush, tumbling and twisting in the surf it created. When he regained his composure, Sam spoke to the fry's mother. "Closing your mouth during a cleaning is a breach of item number 25.603 in the cleaning station agreement. Since he's a child, I will let him off with a warning. But if it happens again, you will no longer be welcome at the station." The mother grouper spoke sternly to her son, who apologized sheepishly to Sam. The rest of the day was uneventful. They had an unexpected visit from a blue tang who overslept and had a particularly large number of parasites in his mouth. Sam was busy and did not have much time to think about his dreaded appointment with the shark. At the end of the day, Sam was exhausted, but he still had to face that last customer. He sent all his staff home. There was no point in putting them all in danger. Freddie offered to stay. "It'll be safer if it's 2 of us," he said. Sam declined. "If she's going to eat me, she won't care who's around to see it. Go on home. I'll be fine." Sam tried to make the station look as if it was closed, so no other fish would wander in. He sent off the anglerfish that provided light in the station in the evening, except for one. Then Sam sat to wait. He felt the arrival of the shark before he saw her. Her shadow darkened the reef, and all of the small fish scattered, heading for the caves and crevices. Sam watched as the shark came into view, gliding slowly and majestically, her head turned to one side, her mouth open to show she was not a threat. Sam ushered the large fish into the station. "Welcome, madame," he said. "Come right in." He hoped his voice was not shaking as much as he was shaking inside. He tried to appear businesslike as usual. "I just need you to read over our regulations, since it's your first time." Sam pointed the fish towards a large open shell in which the regulations were written. "I'm not reading anything," the fish roared. Sam was terrified. Clearly he had made a huge mistake allowing the shark into the station. He nearly collapsed from fright when the shark moved even closer to him. She spoke softly, directly into Sam's ear. Her voice was deep and melodious. "Sorry, I got upset. Truth is, I can't read. They wouldn't let me join school. They said I frightened the other fish." She moved away from Sam, and he realized he had been holding his gills shut. He forced himself to relax. "No problem, madame. I'll read the important bits to you." Sam went through the list. "Let's see. On no account are you to eat any of the other fish in the station." The shark nodded. "You don't eat our employees or other fish here to get cleaned." She nodded again. "And no nipping, biting, or any other action with the teeth. Oh," Sam continued in a firm voice, "and any fish accidentally ingested must be expelled immediately." The shark opened the narrow slits of her eyes a little wider, probably trying to figure out how she would do that, but she nodded again. "Okay. Is there anything special you need done today?" Sam asked, trying to delay the moment at which he would have to go close enough to the shark to start cleaning her. "Truth is," the shark replied, "today is my birthday. I've tried every year to treat myself with a trip to a cleaning station. You're the first one that's been open. It seems to be some sort of cleaning station holiday. Last year, the fish at one station were actually in hibernation." She retreated slightly and looked directly into Sam's eyes. "Thank you for staying open for me." Sam looked at the shark and saw a lonely creature. He was no longer afraid, and he set about to do the first of many annual cleanings of his new friend. So that's the end of the story, An Unwelcome Customer. I really hope you enjoyed reading about Sam and Freddy and all the other fish that come to the cleaning station. This is a real thing, that, there are little fish that clean the bit larger fish, and they're friends just for a little while, when they normally would be enemies, and one would definitely eat the other if they found them under any other circumstances. So I hope you enjoyed the story, and check out the book Seascapes. It's available in a lot of bookstores in the Caribbean. It's also available on Kindle, and there are several stories. There are a couple of poems in there, and some activities that you can do to spend your time and usefully. Enjoy, and thanks for checking in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.